The rule of law and more generally European values as laid down in European treaties are not a purely national matter. This is what many governments who are violating the values keep saying, that it's a matter of subsidiarity, that it only concerns national authorities and Brussels should not interfere. That is blatant nonsense. And not only because those values are laid down in the treaties and in laws and in the Charter of Fundamental Rights, and that the fact that the member states have voluntarily and knowingly signed up to it, I would just like to point out that this is all laid down in Article 2 of the treaties. It's not somewhere in the footnote which they have overlooked. They knew very well what they were signing up to. And all the laws that have been passed with the majority of the member states and this House. But it's also a European matter because if there is a problem in one member state, it affects the European Union as a whole. The European Union is one legal system. National judges dispense EU law. They are interpreting EU law, so therefore they are also European judges. So if one part of this ecosystem doesn't work, more places. If one part of the ecosystem doesn't work, then the whole ecosystem doesn't work. So therefore, if there is a problem in Poland, or in Hungary, or in Malta, then it has to be addressed by the European Union. And I think the situation in Poland and Hungary in particular also demonstrates that those issues have to be addressed much more quickly and much more thoroughly than is so far the case. Because if it lingers for too long, as is the case in Hungary, then it becomes almost irreversible. And it may take years or even decades before the damage is repaired. So I therefore hope, today we're talking about Poland, but there's also the summit meeting going on at the same time, and I hope that the member states have understood by now and they will no longer linger and discuss the situation in Malta, because that is also very worrying. I have this week written an op-ed in Politicos calling this a rule of law emergency in the European Union, and like with the climate change emergency, the European Union is responding far too slowly, too timidly, turning a blind eye, looking away. So I think I'm proud to be part of this House, which has consistently climbed the barricades for the rule of law, for fundamental rights and for democracy. And we also want to give a podium to those voices who in their own countries are being silenced by the authorities because they take positions that are not favored by the government parties. So that's what I have to say for today. I'm now going to pass the floor to the Open Dialogue Foundation. Ludmila, good to see you again.
Yes.